Hi, my name is Garet Christopher. My GoPro, you drive me up a wall GoPro, just shut off on me. So I apologize. So we're into part two, which is fine because I'm still talking about the AFC South. So this is my rant about the AFC South coming up on the 2021 NFL season. My name is Garet Christopher, and please check out my other two YouTube channels. I've got Garet's Take, which is like serious subjects. Right now I'm in the middle of talking about homelessness and learning about it myself, and I want to bring you along for that venture. And I got Garet's Movie Take, where I talk about movies that I really enjoy and try and sell you on them. I'm also a self-published author. Please visit GaretChristopher.com. You'll find out more about my books, my audiobooks. You'll see a very funny video that I didn't intend to be funny, but it is really funny. And I'm really chubby in it, because I'm chubby anyway. But without facial hair, oh man, what a chub. What a plump. And what else? Oh, weekly podcast. Yeah, I put out a weekly podcast. And these next 2 weeks, I'm going to kind of base. So I've got a book that's not released yet that kind of deals with some stuff that ties in with the homelessness factor. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit and kind of tie that all together over the next couple of weeks. So please check out the podcast, available both on Soundcloud and Spotify. All right, so let's complete our little talk here about the AFC South before my GoPro turns off again. So Houston. Is this team going to kind of come together, and are they going to say, you know what, whatever's going on, Deshaun, we got you, or Deshaun, who cares? We're moving forward. Here we go. And will they get to what they win? They won 4 games last year. Should have won more, but you know, stuff's going on. I think the same type of record. You know, unfortunately, lost a lot of key pieces over the last couple of years, and for a team that I thought was really going somewhere, they've just really, you know, been off of there. So I think it'll be a race between themselves and Jacksonville as to who takes up the cellar in that division. I just don't see, even with Trevor Lawrence there now, I don't see Jax doing better than 5 wins. So maybe Houston repeats with 4 wins. You know what? I'm going to put them at 6 wins. I'm going to have Houston winning that race for 3rd place in that division. Jacksonville behind at either 4 or 5 wins, and then 6 for them. And I feel that 12-5, the Tennessee Titans will win that division, and 2nd place will be the Colts. I think the Colts end up at 10-7. Sorry. Yeah. So there you have it. What do you think? What do you think? What are the topics can we talk about in this division? Not a whole lot. I mean, there it is. Tennessee. I'll tell you this right now. If Miami and I can't. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. My wife has begged me for decades now to switch teams. No, I'm not talking about the guys to girls. I'm talking about teams in the NFL, because I'm a Miami fan. So I became a Miami fan in 1980. So you figure I've seen 2 Super Bowls. They've lost them both. The one they did win back in '72. I was 4 at the time, not a football fan yet. And yeah, lots of heartbreaks, right? Just over and over and over and over. She's begged me, please go for someone else. The Tennessee Titans, along with the New York Giants, for whatever reason, I think would be my next teams if I were to ever switch over. But I can't. Trust me, I've tried. I've really tried. There have been Sundays where I've tried to stay away from watching the Dolphins. I'll watch some other team, and I go right back to the Miami Dolphins. Now, I don't own any stock in that team. I don't know, and I've never met any of the players. I don't think so. No, I have not. Yeah, I've never lived in Florida. I've been there a couple of times. Wouldn't mind living there at some point in time, but yeah, there's no connection there. And yet, I don't know. I chose the team because there was a dolphin. I was a big time water buff. Loved swimming. I loved anything about swimming. Aquaman, let me get him right here, is my favorite DC superhero. I know some might say he's not a superhero. Damn it, I'm not going for that. He is a superhero. Anyway, the man from Atlantis, Patrick Duffy. Love that television show. Bought the comic books, for goodness sakes. And yeah, anything with water. So when I found out as a young kid that there was this team and there was a sea animal, I was in. And then the first game I remember is them losing 41-38 to the Chargers in 1980 in overtime. Don Strock almost brought us back down 24-0 in the first quarter. And Yeah, ever since then. And maybe I should have taken that as an omen. You're going to lose that game. It was a wild card game, right? Yeah. And Dan Fouts ate us up. Um, Kellen Winslow, all those guys. So yeah, I should have taken it. I should have taken that as a sign and ran, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I went into it. And then the following year they lose to the Redskins 27-17, up 17-10 at halftime, and then John Riggins. So I should have taken it as an omen. Choose another team. This one's going to be an issue, but I can't do it, and I couldn't do it. Have you switched teams? Have you ever, loved a team growing up and then you switch because you move out of the area or because you're sick and tired of it? Some fans get mad because teams leave, like for instance the Rams, right? So you had them move different places at different times with the St. Louis and the LA and all this kind of stuff, or the Raiders. I don't see any Raiders fans giving up though. It didn't matter. LA, Oakland, Las Vegas, they travel well. They're like Dodger fans. They travel very, very well. Miami Dolphins fans, we're few and far between, but I sure love them. And this year, we're making the playoffs. Any case, yeah, there we have it. All right, hey, I'm Garrett Christopher. We'll end this right here. So again, my predictions, since I've said it like 6 times already, Tennessee wins the division at 12-5. The Colts come in at 10-7. The Jags take up the rear. I think 4 wins, so 4-13. And the Texans, they're going to rally together, and they're going to go 6-11. That's my predictions. My prediction for that particular, the AFC South. Thanks for checking in. I've got 3 more divisions left. We've got, what is this, the NFC East? I don't know. We'll think about it. I still got to talk about Dallas and Green Bay and all this kind of stuff, Minnesota and all that. So we'll get in there. Thanks so much for checking in. We'll see you next time. GoPro, stop recording.